sikwamukele indabeni zehora lesikhombisa kusihlwa sibingelele nakuwe mbukelo sibuka kuli high lezindaba nizethulelwa usakhiwo ngokwasokhela naze ezinohlonze kusihlwa nje.
The main budget deficit has increased by 54.7 billion compared with the 2023 budget.
Umnotho wezwe ungaphansi kwenkulu ingcindezi lokhu kuvele ngesikhathi ungqongqoshe wezemali Enoch Godongwane ethula umhlahlandlela okusetshenziswa kwemali kahulumeni kule minyaka emithathu ezayo. Umengameli wezwe uCyril Ramaphosa usememezela ukuthi uqoke uadvocate uKholeka Gcaleka njengomvikeli womphakathi omusha ngemva kokuthi avotelwa isishayamthetho sikazwelonke.
Bangladesh got about 30.
Should be out, taken running back. Rabada's safe hands. Kutsia has another one.
Iqembu lesizwe lekhilikithi libhaxabule iNew Zealand ngama-runs angu-190 emidlalweni wendebe yomhlaba yekhilikithi e-India. Umhlahlandlela waphakathi nonyaka wokusetshenziswa kwemali kahulumeni uveza ukuthi izinga lokukhula komnotho alilihle kanti nesikhwama sikahulumeni asisihle neze. Lokhu kumenyezelwe entambama namhlanje eParliament ngesikhathi ungqongqoshe womnyango wezemali uEnoch Godongwane ethula umhlahlandlela wokusetshenziswa kwemali kahulumeni kule minyaka emithathu ezayo.
Uhulumeni ulindele ukuthi umnotho udlundlubale ngo-0.8 wama% kulonyaka wemali. Phakathi kwezinto ezifatabalisa kakhulu umnotho nokukhula kwawo ngamandla kugqame inkinga yokucisha kogesi, izinga eliphansi lokusebenza kwamachweba kanye nezinga eliphezulu kwenyuka kwentengo yempahla ezitolo.
Our public finances are significantly weaker. The main budget deficit has increased by 54.7 billion compared with the 2023 budget. With the 2023 budget estimate. This reflects lower revenue performance, higher public service wages, wage bill cost, and higher debt service cost. The main reason for this are a sharp fall in corporate income tax, particularly from the mining sector.
Ongoti bezomnotho baqagula ukuthi izinga eliphansi lokuqoqwa kwemali eyinzuzo yenziwa yinkampani ezifana nezimayini ngokunye kwemthelelo engemihle ngokukhinyabezeka komnotho wezwe.
Inflation is not yet assured, even with the modest growth expectations that Treasury has put in place. We would need a strong growth agenda that is underlined by implementation of a strong economic reforms. Other than what Treasury says, we actually need to see the broader government implementing much more aggressively in order to achieve the fiscal consolidation.
We've got to be optimistic. It's not going to be easy to achieve those numbers, but we can only hope for a better economic environment that will basically enable the government to collect the tax numbers mentioned there and also to contain the increase in expenditure.
Ungqongqoshe uGodongwana uphinde wamemezela nokuthi isibonelelo sikahulumeni sika 350 sizokwelulwa isikhathi esingangonyaka kuze kube u2025.
Kusenjalo ungqongqoshe wezemali Enoch Godongwane umile ezwini lakhe lokuthi sekuzothanda ukubanzinyana ukutakula inkampani zikahulumeni ezisenkingeni yemali.
Nakuba imizila esetyenziswa nguTransnet idodobala namazibuko engasebenzi kakuhle efuna ibillions zerandi, uGodongwana uthi akuzukuba lula ukuba akhuphe imali.
At some point we need to find a solution for Transnet. The immediate solution is that everybody knows in this room that next week Transnet will have to redeem some debt.
Beke imiqathango emitsha kumnyinyiva onikwe uEskom ngeliqinisekisa ukuba imali yabarhafi isetyenziselwa oko kufunekayo.
Should Eskom defy any of the conditions, the loan would not be converted into equity. The Eskom Debt Relief Amendment Bill, which is we are tabling today, seeks to enhance that enforceability on the conditions agreed.
Indodla yabantu abangaphangeliyo yandisiwe ngonyaka ngelixa urhulumente esakhangela umgaqo-nkqubo wendlela eza kubonelelwa ngayo.
34 billion is allocated to extend the COVID-19 social relief of distress grant by another year. Over the medium term, a provisional allocation is retained while a comprehensive review of the entire social grant is finalized.
Lo uGodongwana uthi phantse zifike kuma-70 izicelo zoomasipala abafuna kucinywe ityala labo ngo-Eskom. Ezo ziphunyeziweyo xa zizonke ifikelela ngaphezu kweebhiliyoni eziyi-56 zeerandi imali abayityalayo.
So that moving forward, akho mntu ungabhataliyo. Umasipala uyabhatala, nabahlali bayabhatala.
uGodongwana uvakalise ukucuthwa kwenkcitho efikelela kwiibhiliyoni ezingama-21 zeerandi. Uthi oku kucuthwa kwenkcitho kungaphantsi kwemali eyabuyiselwa kunongxowa kazwelonke kwabanyaka-mali babini badlulileyo. Ndingululama Amatya weendaba ze-SABC ePalamente eKapa.
U-Advocate uKholeka Gcaleka usethathe izintambo njengomvikeli womphakathi omusha kulandela ivoti lamalungu esishayamithetho sikazwelonke ngenyanga edlule nalapho uGcaleka avotela ukuthi kube nguyena ongena kulesi sikhundla emva kokukhonjwa indlela ngomandulo kobe ngumvikeli womphakathi. U-Advocate uBusiwe Mkhwebane sekusele nje isikhathi esingaphansi kwenyanga ngokuthi aphothule ihlandla lakhe ehhovisi lomvikeli womphakathi.
Ihhovisi likaMengameli uVincent Magwenya uqinisekisile ukuthi uMengameli uCyril Ramaphosa ngokomthethosisekelo nangokwesinqumo sePhalamende likazwelonke useqoke u-Advocate Kholeka Gcaleka njengomvikeli womphakathi iminyaka eyisikhombisa kusukela namhlanje. uGcaleka-ke ube yibamba lomvikeli womphakathi kusukela ngoNhlangulana nyakenye emva kokumiswa esikhundleni kowabe engumvikeli womphakathi u-Advocate Busisiwe Mkhwebane. Ngesikhathi amalungu esishayamthetho evotela ukuqokwa kukaGcaleka ngenyanga edlule, i-ANC yameseka zisuka nje incoma imisebenzi yakhe etusekayo.
Don't take away that she demonstrated a clear vision for the job.
Kepha-ke iqembu eliphikisayo i-DA labona kufanele ukuthi lolu hlelo kufanele luhoxiswe ngenxa yokwentuleka kwabantu abalungele ukuqokwa kulesikhundla ngenkathi kuqhubeka inhlolokhono.
Not one single candidate of the shortlisted, in our view, met all the minimum standards.
uGcaleka-ke ubedinga amavoti angamaphesenti angama-60, kwathi-ke amalungu ePhalamende angama-244 avotela ukuqokwa kwakhe kulesikhundla. Kusukela uMkhwebane akhonjwa indlela ngomandulo emva kombiko wekomidi eliphenya ngokulungela kwakhe ukuba sesikhundleni, manje useyilungu lePhalamende le-EFF.
Lihlehliselwe umhlazi isishagalolunye kumbasa wonyaka ozayo icala lokushushiswa ngasese kwentatheli uKaren Mon nomshushisi uBilly Downer. Ijaji uNkosinathi ubekele lusuku kwenzela ukuthi kuphothulwe okunye ukudluliswa kwamacala kaloyo ngumengameli uJacob Zuma. Ijaji-ke alizange linqume ngesicelo sikaDowner benomon sochitha leli cala okwesikhashana.
uZuma ngo-2021 wafaka isicelo sokuba kushushiswe ngasese ngoba esola uDowner ngokubhujuza ulwazi lwakhe lwezempilo kuMon nowalishicilela ephepheni. uDowner noMon baphosela inselele yokushushiswa kwabo ngasese enkantolo ephakeme yaseMgungundlovu. uDowner-ke benomon namhlanje bafaka isicelo sokuba lolu daba luchithwe enkantolo.
The fact that we are here today purportedly with Mon in an accused capacity is inconsistent with the finding of the Supreme Court of Appeal, which says any continuation of Ms. Mon appearing as an accused is a direct violation of her constitutional right.
Umpofu ucele ijaji ukuba lenze isinqumo ngangabikho ebhokisini lwabasola kukaDowner benomon njengoba bebehlele eduze kwethimba labameli babo.
So even if your lordship can rule now that they must sit in the dock, they would have defied your lordship for an hour or more. So that's, and we're told that they are here not to defy the court. That's exactly what they're here to do.
Ijaji ke uchilile isichithile isicelo sikaMpofu lathi ukuchitha kwezicelo zikaZuma enkantolo kwedluliswa kwamacala kuchaza ukuthi asikho isidingo sokuba uMon noDown abahlala eboxini labo solwa. Uphindeke wanquma ukuthi asikho isidingo sokuthi laba bobabili babe senkantolo uma lolu daba lubuya enkantolo ngombasamo.
Mbukeli sathi iqwetolo kanti masibuya sizokuphathela udaba oluthi
it means from midday on the 30th up until early hours of the 31st. That is only when the accused was detained for the first time.
Elinye lamaphoyisa abopha umsolo oqala ecaleni lokubulawa kaSenzo Meyiwa liyaziphika insolo zokuthi kwashawa umsolo ukuze avume icala ngo2020. Sikubingelele sikwamukele mbukeli uma ngabe usanda kungena odabeni oluhambe phambili besibike ukuthi umnotho wezwe ungaphansi kwekhulu enkulu incindezi lokhu ke kuvele ngesikhathi ungqongqoshe wezemali uinogodongane ethula umhlahlandlela okusetshenziswa kwemali kahulumeni kule minyaka emithathu ezayo. Mbukela sikhumbuza ukuthi lezi indaba zikhona ku YouTube na ku SABC Plus ngena kuzo ucinge ngamagama athi SABC izindaba na kanjani uzozithola. Aphawulile amaqembu ezombusazwe emayelana nomhlahlandlela okusetshenziswa kwemali kahulumeni kule minyaka emithathu ezayo.
Because we did talk about that this budget shouldn't be about austerity, should be about cushioning the poor and at the same time ensure that we remain focused in terms of our infrastructure projects.
No, it was very disappointing. It was clearly a budget from an ANC government that doesn't care about vulnerable South Africans. The Minister has spoken about extending the social relief of distress grant, which we would support, but there is no long-term plan and there's no funding going forward.
We do not welcome this mid-term budget as the EFF. We actually reject it with the contempt it deserves, because this is an austerity budget. It's a reduction of the initial budget that was allocated.
The statement by the minister actually didn't inspire any confidence in terms of our future prospects as a country. We really are not happy as the IFP. Our debt remains very high, and also the cost to service that debt is also very high.
No fiscal consolidation over the years has been done. No proper management of the country's finances has been done. They've been promising to fight corruption, to deal with issues of government. They have not been able to do that.
Iphoyisa lomkhandlu dolobha wasekuruleni seliphike insolo zokuthi lashaya umsolo oqala umuzi Sibiya waze wazimoshela ngenhloso yokumphoqa ukuba avume icala lokubulala uSenzo Meyiwa.
Dablan Buthelezi uphinde waphika nokubandakanyeka ekuhlaselweni komsolo wesibili uBongani Ntanzi. UButhelezi ungomunye wamaphoyisa abopha uSibiya ngoNhlaba ka2020 eThembisa. Abameli babo bathi laba bobabili bashawa kanzima ngenhloso yokubenza bevume icala abangalazi lokubulala uMeyiwa.
He was then taken to the Tabong municipality area, where he was beaten until he messed up himself.
Lapha afika washaya khona wazazingcolisa.
Ngicela ukuchazela inkosi yenkantolo ukuthi okokuqala ukhuluma ma.
I'd like to explain that for starters, he is not speaking the truth.
Okwesibili ngiyacabanga ukuthi umuntu mangamshaya ufike kuleso sizathu leso kuyodingeka ukuthi ahlolwe athole udokotela.
Ukusekela lezi insolo abameli bathi kusho ukuthi kukhona okwakwenziwa kuSibiya njengoba avalelwe esitoksini ngeintathakusa.
So it means from midday on the 30th up until early hours of the 31st. That is only when the accused was detained for the first time.
That is correct.
What was happening all this time?
Abaphenyi bephenye.
Leli cala lizoqhubeka kusasa.
I-ANC eMpumalanga ithi azikho izinhlelo kwamanje zokuxosha undunankulu Refilwe Mthweni Tsipane kulandela imbiko yokuthi ikomidi eliphethe isifundazwe lizimisele ngokumsusa esikhundleni.
Sekusabalale imibiko yokuthi ezinye izinhlaka ze-ANC zimfune ehambile undunankulu uRifiloe Emthweni Thiphane kodwa i-ANC iyakuchitha lokhu.
The PC resolving on the recall of the Premier. That matter is not on the table. If it was, indeed, our first PC meeting that we held, we issued a statement. That matter was not there in the statement. And even today, we are issuing a statement of a full 2-day Provincial Executive Committee meeting. The matter is not on the statement. That matter is not arising. If it will arise, we'll inform you. Definitely that matter is not arising.
I-ANC kulesifundazwe ithi izimisele ngokuphuthumisa ukuhlinzeka ngezinsiza zikahulumeni.
We can't deny that there are no challenges. Challenges are there, but we can also say there are no plans to mitigate and also to address those challenges. There are clear and perfect processes that have been undergone by each municipalities through their ITPs, of late using the DDM to ensure that all these challenges that are there are being addressed.
Unobhala waleli qembu kulesifundazwe uxwayise izakhamuzi ezihlala ezindaweni eziphansi ukuba ziqaphele ngesikhathi sezimvula ezinamandla.
Umasipala weTheku usegxiwe kakhulu ngemva kokuthi wehlulekile ukusebenzisa imali ebalelwa ku1 billion amarandi ebibekelwe inhlelo zokuthuthukisa inqalasizinda.
Kuphele umhlangano womkhandlu kuqubuka umsindo kulomhlangano. Amakhansela e-EFF abefuna kukhishwe umenenja kamasipala uMusampele kulomhlangano. Bamsola ngokuhluleka ukuphatha kulomasipala kulandela imbiko yokuthi kunemali ekufanele ibuyiselwe kumgcini mafa engango 1.2 billion amarandi. Kuze kwabizwa amaphoyisa emetro ukuthi zokhipha lamakhansela.
Awukwazi ukuthi ufike ngaphakathi singama members avoteliwe anelungelo lokuba ngaphakathi kwikhansela, ufike ngaphakathi uphethe ispam uzodonsa kabuhlungu abantu besifazane, uzodonsa kwamina ngidonse uma ngabubuka lawo amavideo lawana.
I-Action SAET umasipala uqamba manga emphakathini.
Sinolwazi lokuthi umkhandlu usengcupheni yokulahlekelwa imali nga 1.2 billion rand ngoba uNational Treasury umgcini mafa uthe ngiyaza kwazi ukuvuma ukuthi le mali idlule onyawo landelayo ngoba ekhala ngokuthi umkhandlu wethu awunazi izathu ezibambekayo. So ukuthi uSpeaker bese zothi uNational Treasury owabhala ucela ukuthi kwenziwe ama-budget cut akulona iqiniso lelo.
Umasipala uthi umgcini mafa kazwelonke ucele omasipala ukuthi babuyisele ingxenye yemali abayinikiwe.
Saqaqisa ukuthi imali ithathwa ngoba nabo ezingeni likazwelonke izwe lakithi lisenkingeni yokwesweleka kwemali. Bonke omasipala ngisho naseCape Town ikhona imali uNational Treasury acele ukuthi ibuyisele kuyona.
Amaphoyisa athi aphenya amacala okushaya enzeke kulomhlangano. Blonde Khadebe, SABC News eThekwini.
Uhlelo oluqoshiwe olukhuluma ngeLady Smith Black Mambazo kanye nomsunguli walo leli qembu Dr. uJoseph Shabalala luqokele ezindondeni zama-Oscar lesike isiqephu esibizwa ngeMusic is My Life sigxile empilweni kaShabalala njengoba siqukethe izingxoxiswano kanye nezithombe.
Isiqephu esiqoshiwe Music is My Life saqoshwa iminyaka emihlanu futhi isikhombisa izethameli ngempilo kaShabalala kusukela esemakhaya eMnambithi kuze kufinyelele ekuphumeleleni kwakhe kanye nokuhamba kwakhe emhlabeni ngo-2020. Lady Smith Black Mambazo sikhipha ama-album angaphezu kwama-50 kanti isihlomle ngey'ndondo zeGrammy 5. Leli qembu lithi ukuqokwa kuveza ngokusobala ukuthi wayenobuhlakani kangakanani uShabalala.
It was very important to take the story of Bab Shabalala to the world, you know, and to let the world see this giant that he was. I think we don't celebrate our own that much as South Africans.
Lesi siqephu esiqoshiwe siqokelwe esigabeni seyiqephu eqoshiwe iseqophelweni eliphezulu. Indodana kaShabalala ithi ukuba usadla ndlavana ubaba wayo ubezoyiqhenya ngalokhu.
It fulfills my father's dream because his vision was always for this music to be able to be promoted all around the world. So this is one of the tools that is helping pushing that vision of our father. We know we have won the Grammys, but this is something different that is going to reach other people who are not maybe in the music industry.
Bazodalulwa mhlazi ngamashumi 23 kumasingana abaqokelwe indondo ze-96th Annual Academy.
Ama-Proteas abhaxabule iNew Zealand ngama-runs ayi-190 emidlalweni wendebe yomhlaba yekhilikithi e-India.
Ngibingelemukele emakhaya ngiphinde ngikwamukele kwisimo sezulu sanamhlanje kusihla ke sibheke ukuthi sime kanjani ke akhona ke lamathutshana emvula lindelekile kakhulukazi ngempela kwesifundazwe impumalanga kanti ke likamthane yalithe nje ngiboza ngamafu boza ngamafu kuyana kanjalo kwesifundazwe Eastern Cape kana kanjalo kwesifundazwe iWestern Cape kanti kusasa singaswalindele ke nje lamathutshana emvula lindelekile nje kakhulukazi kwesifundazwe iNorthern Cape kanti ke khona ke nala nkungu ke khasa phansi elindelekile nje kwelikamthane hamsana nawo ke lamathutshana emvula ami nje ku 30% kanti ke isixwayiso sethu ke sakusasa siphuma lapha na South African Weather Service sime kanje ukhona ke lo moya ke uvunguza ngamandla ongadala wona ke umlilo wamadlelo kwisifundazwe iNorthern Cape kana kanjalo kwisifundazwe iWestern Cape ake sibheke ke amazinga ukuthi ami kanjani yokusihla aphansi kakhulu njempela masibheke lapha kokapa lodumo ami nje ku 16 kanti ke eAppington singawulindela nje u14 yabanda ke Gold Coast Soweto kaNdonga ziyaduma ngo10 eBethlehem u7 kanti ke eMnambithi u7 bande njalo ke nako Pietermaritzburg ngo10 kanti ke lithanda ukuthi nje liphole ke eThekwini ngo15 lipholele ke naseGqeberha ngo16 kanti ke kusasa liyabanda liyashisa ke nje lapha kokapa lodumo ngo31 shise njalo ke eAppington ngo36 kanti ke Gold lithanda ukuthi nje liphole ngo24 na ifudumele ke eMusina ngo26 eLadysmith Dumele ku26 eMgungundlovu u24 Richards Bay u25 uthanda ukuthi nje liphole ke eThekwini eClermont kwaMashu eMlazi ku23 na kanti ke Gqeberha lethanda ukuthi nje liphole ke iZulu ngo22 ngisibeka lapho ke isimo sezulu sanamhlanje kusihla mina ke ngiyintombi kaMadlamini ulangelihle ngoba libalele ngithi konke kufeziwe.
Mbukeli sisibeka lapho ke indaba zakusihlwa yakosokhela lenkosazane uManzuza umshazi kaNeshada kaMaqhoboza kuze kube ngikuzayo usale kahle.